The Arkansas Agriculture Department has established the Century Farm Program to recognize family farms that have been a part of the Arkansas landscape for more than 100 years.
Last year, the Arkansas Agriculture Department began soliciting applications from farm families across the state for its new Century Farm Program. So far, 83 families have been recognized. Department Director Butch Calhoun says the program is intended to draw attention to the state's rich agricultural heritage and the challenges these families have endured to pass the farm from one generation to the next.
It's amazing to me that the people that have been able to keep these farms and their families for over 100 years, the amount of dedication and just perseverance through hard times, through the Depression, through 1980, and as I've said at some of the presentations, through divorces and deaths, that farms have been able to stay in people's families, and I think that these people deserve to be recognized.
Each of the families receives a sign designating them as a Century Farm family and a signed certificate from the governor. Lawtus Brantley Jr. and his son Dow are one such family. Their farm near England in Lonoke County dates back to 1909, when J.S. Perry purchased a tract of land not far from where the Brantleys' shop now sits. Though it may not be a lot of money today, Lawtus says it was a risky venture for his great-grandfather back then.
If I read it correctly, well, it was a chance more than a payment. He $15 cash, and he assumed a mortgage that it was due over a 3-year period, and if you totaled it up, it was a $3,000 deal for 160 acres. So that's $18 an acre, short of 19 bucks. But I'd say it was a pretty, took a brave soul to venture off into it.
Almost 104 years later, Brantley Farming Company now encompasses 9,000 acres of cotton, rice, soybeans, and corn. Lawtus has special memories of growing up and working on the farm with his dad.
Yeah, I think it runs very deep in agriculture, and it certainly did in our family and our lives. You know, just man, I don't remember. I mean, I remember clearly being in the fields with them when I was a kid. I mean, a little guy. But there's never any question whether if I was not in school, if whatever my dad was doing, I was with him. Yeah.
Lawtus and his father made 25 crops together. This year, he and Dow will plant and grow their 13th crop. Farming in its purest sense is a family-oriented occupation, and in most cases is designed for farms to be passed down from one generation to the next. Their longevity is what the Century Farm Program is designed to honor.
It draws attention to this is a unique way of life, and not many people get to participate in it. It's hard to explain to those that aren't associated in it, but the best way for me to describe it is I work with my family every day. That has its good days and bad days, I promise you, but there's more good than bad. That's what's neat, to get to be with your family. And I hope I have the opportunity to share some of the same things that have been shared with me. I have 3 daughters, don't know that they want to farm, but if they do, I want them to have the same opportunities that I've had.
There's no cost for families to apply for participation in the program. To qualify, the same family must own the farm for at least 100 consecutive years. The line of ownership may be through spouses, children, siblings, or other family members. The land under consideration must be 10 acres or more of the original farm, and applications must include verification of ownership for 100 years. The department's now accepting applications for 2013 through May 31st. For more information, visit the Agriculture Department website at aad.arkansas.gov and click on the link to the Century Farm Program.